Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Joe Bean Stadium here on the campus of Wheaton College for round one of the NCAA Women's Soccer Tournament. We are excited to have you here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network this morning. Thanks for joining us on WTSN for this matchup between the Wheaton College Thunder and the Webster University Gorloks. My name is Abram Erickson. I'm here with John Mark Mills on WTSN, and as we just get to be set to begin things here today, captains are meeting down on the field, and we will have introductions starting shortly, but we'll get a chance to preview these two teams as they head into this first round, game one of the tournament today at 11 o'clock. Later on today at 1, Case Western Reserve will be facing off against the College of Wooster in game number 2. The winner of those two games will play on Saturday. That's tomorrow at 1 o'clock to decide who moves on from here. So between Webster and Wheaton, two teams that look pretty similar in the record department. Webster coming in at 15-4-1, Wheaton 16-1-2. And so for Webster, they're making their 14th appearance here in the Division III soccer tournament, but it is their first since 2017. The Thunder, on the other hand, they earned an at-large bid into the tournament. They tied in their the CCIW championship game, and then their opponent, Illinois Wesleyan, moved on to the final there in a penalty kick shootout, although the Thunder did end up at 8-0 in conference play, winning the regular season CCIW championship. So, John Mark, we are excited to get this one started. We're going to have introductions here in just a couple of minutes, but as we look over these two teams, what are some things that you're seeing that may give us a little bit of an insight into what's going to happen in today's game?
Yeah, as you said, both teams entering with very strong records. Obviously, Wheaton at 16-1-2 and Webster at 15-4-1. So both teams are used to getting wins during the regular season, whereas obviously, as you mentioned, Webster is able to win their tournament. As far as games that both teams have in common games, you have Webster playing Milliken and winning 2-1. So that was one of their closest games of the year, aside from their losses. Whereas the Thunder obviously were able to shut out Milliken 3-0. So that gives us a little hint into maybe the level of these two teams. But that was early on in the season, so we expect both of these teams to have changed a lot since then. But again, I just think both teams are used to winning. They're used to scoring lots of goals, putting up big numbers against their opponents. So I think it should be an even matchup, and we'll see how their differing ends to the season, with Wheaton obviously dropping out of the tournament and Webster able to win their tournament, play into this game.
And weather, we will assume, will certainly be a factor after a week of really cold weather and snow here in Wheaton. We are kicking off here. Temperatures hovering around the mid to high 20s today. Snow, as you can see, has been pushed off the turf to give us an opportunity to play today, but temperatures are still cold, and that could have an effect, as we know, on the way the ball plays. We will see as we move forward if that's going to be something that makes trouble for these teams, but as we can see, they're all lining up now on the sideline, and they will be heading out to the center of the field. We'll get introductions, we'll get the national anthem, so we'll send it down to our public address announcer, Brett Marhenka.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2019 NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Championship at Joe Bean Stadium here in Wheaton, Illinois. Today's first round match features the Gorloks of Webster University and the host, Wheaton College Thunder. Please welcome the officials for today's contest. The referee is Ryan Shanklin. Assistant referees are Adrian Borbicki and Besnik Rexhefi. The fourth official is Daniel Zoliga. And now let's meet the teams for today's first match. First up for the Webster University Gorloks. First for the non-starters from Webster. Wearing number 4, Caitlin Terrio. Number 7 is Carly McCormick. Number 8, Carrie Votel. Number 9, Julian Felix. Number 11 is Lexi Grafton. Number 16 is Susie Bedrovich. Number 18 is Cassidy Bishop. 22 for the Gorloks is Haley Bushy. Number 24 is Kaylee Finney. Number 25, Kate Siski. And number 26, Susan Georges. And now the starting lineup for Webster. Wearing number 2, a sophomore, Julia Paradise. Number 3 is a senior, Melissa Casper. Number 5, a senior, Lily Brower. Number 6 for Webster, a senior, Olivia Osterhage. Number 12, a sophomore, Jordan Beaulieu. Number 13, a sophomore, Riley Gromit. Number 19, a freshman, Devin Pranchke. Number 20, a senior, Savannah Page. Number 21, a freshman, Reagan Young. And number 23, a sophomore, Jordan Landy. In goal for Webster, wearing number 1, a freshman, Taryn Banfield. The assistant coaches are Mike Hutchison and Lori Kahazen. The head coach of Webster is Luigi Shire. And now let's meet the Wheaton College Thunder. Wearing number 1 for Wheaton, Madison Lee. Number 6, Sarah Jenkarella. Number 7, Sammy Nishiyama. Number 8, Taylor Rudin. Number 9, Sarah Hernandez. Number 11, Hannah Max. Number 22, Carly Fadum. Number 23, Carly Sealand. Number 24, Elizabeth Ashley. And number 29, McKenna Gully. And now the starting lineup for the Wheaton Thunder. Wearing number 3, a junior, Carney Blake. Number 4, a junior, Sarah Tomich. Number 10, a freshman, Molly Thorne. Wearing number 14, a senior, Bailey Wolf. Wearing number 15, a junior, Isabel Oliver. Number 16 is a sophomore, Sarah Baki. Number 17, a freshman, Tori Sealand. A freshman for the Thunder wearing number 18, Sophia Lindquist. A sophomore wearing number 20, Jensen Ellis. And a freshman wearing number 28, Sarah Max. In goal for Wheaton is the sophomore wearing 0, Lauren Ketchum. The assistant coaches for the Thunder are Sarah Gadera and Cesar Gomez. The head coach of Wheaton is Pete Felsky. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats to honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad for the playing of our national anthem. Wheaton College in the NCAA.
All right, well, we want to thank you
athletes, coaches, and
again
fans
for joining us here at Wheaton College here at Joe Bean Stadium as we're getting set to begin this first round of the 2019 Division III Women's Soccer Championship. Again, it's Webster University facing off against Wheaton College. Wheaton College, the host here today, and as we just finished with introductions and with our national anthem, we will be set to get things going in just about a minute or so. Again, I'm Abram Erickson here with John Mark Mills on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network, and as we get a chance to look out on the field, we will see the referee waiting out there in the center as things will be getting started just about now. We see The Gorlocks taking the field, and they are in their navy blues, tops, bottoms, and socks, and the Thunder will be wearing the white tops as they customarily do at home, white socks and blue shorts. And so as we look ready to start this one up, we've got a little bit of a breeze moving here from left to right across your screen. We've already talked about the cold temperatures that could play a role in today's game, but otherwise we're excited for this first round matchup between two very good teams, as we talked about before, John Mark, teams that come in, obviously Webster getting their winning their conference and getting into the tournament that way. The Thunder getting the at-large bid after going down in that penalty kick shootout against Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah, another thing I want to note about Webster going into this game is just how top-heavy they seem to be as far as scoring-wise, with Melissa Casper, Jordan Landy, and Savannah Page all having 37 or more points, which is just an incredible total. They have 14, 18, and 13 goals individually between them. So that's something to watch for those three players in particular, where just into this game, see if Wheaton can shut them down or if they end up running rampant in this one.
We kick things off, and Webster University starts with the ball. Now working into the middle, it's cut away by Carney Blake. Oliver goes back to Bailey Wolf, and she'll chip it up ahead, going to look for Molly Thorne. It's cut away there by Webster. This ball will roll off the touchline, and the Thunder will have a throw-in to start things out in this game. Torley Sealand will come over to take it. She tries to go into Jensen Ellis, who has that ball taken away from her by Casper. Ball's played up just around the center line. Tomich in that back line will send it over to the far side, where Sarah Max will control it and take her time getting it away. She goes back to Tomich, and now Max has it again on the far side, trying to play a through ball up ahead to Baki, and Baki is going to chase. That's going to be sent off the end sideline there, though, by Lily Brower. Looks like there may have been a deflection off of Baki, so the ball will go to the Gorlocks, and it's still in that final third for the Thunder, as now they're looking to clear it away. It gets up to the middle, and there's Casper. Casper working in the open field against Tomich and Seelan. Tries to cut it back to the inside, gets it up ahead, and now it's dropped back just a little. Ball comes back to Casper. Ellis is in front of her. Into the middle now. There's Bilyeu. Bilyeu over to Casper. Casper working her way towards the box, putting it outside to Osterhage. Seelan trying to get that one away and does a nice job to get the tackle. Lindquist as the Thunder look to move this counterattack forward. Ellis wanting to go up to Oliver, but stepping right in front of that one is Reagan Young. Young and Ellis get tangled up a little there. Ellis is able to send this ball up ahead to Oliver, but Young is right there to keep that one off the sideline. Casper goes back to Bilyeu, and now that back line of Lily Brower will send it up ahead and off the sideline. 43 minutes exactly to go in this first half, as we've seen 2 minutes go by. Not a lot of action so far, ball being played around the middle of the field, but here's Isabel Oliver looking to move forward. Flicking this one out to her right. Baki takes control around the corner of the box, fires off a shot that's deflected, and that'll mean a corner kick for the Thunder, their first of the game.
Yeah, it's that classic move on the side there by Baki. Definitely look for her one-on-one in that matchup over there to try to generate some offense.
We'll see who comes over to take this corner kick. Looks like it is Carney Blake, who has been really the sole one to do that for the Thunder. She chips it in low, but it's cut away almost immediately by Webster. Now Bailey Wolf wants to put it inside to the box. That one will come up and be scooped there by Taryn Banfield, the goalkeeper for the Gorlocks, and that'll be her first touch of the game. She'll wait now for her team to go, and she'll punt it away. Headed up a couple of times in the middle. Wolf there jockeying for the ball with Bilyeu. Blake outside to Baki. Good overlap there from Max, and Max has to wait up a little bit for that ball, but is able to control it on the sideline. That's until she's forced to send it off. Now a throw in for Webster. Comes into the middle looking for Landy. Bailey Wolf makes a play on that ball, and now it gets ricocheted out to Isabel Oliver. Oliver Works to her right, goes out to Sealand on the left side. She's a couple yards outside the corner of the box. Great fake move there, and now she gets inside, crosses this one up, and it's going to soar all the way over the head of everyone. Roll out to the other corner, but the Thunder will keep possession as now Baki sends a cross in. Oliver gets a touch. There's Lindquist, and there's going to be a foul called inside the box against the Thunder. The Gorlocks will get it back.
A really good offensive pressure here already for the Thunder, able to send a few balls through the box for some good opportunities to start this game.
Possession has been strongly in the Thunder's favor as Max has it now working up that right side. Into Baki once again. She's on the corner. Puts this one in the box, but there's no one there waiting on the other end. Jensen Ellis will chase it against Osterhage, but it'll be now deflected off the sideline by Sealand. Tomic comes over now, and ball gets past her as Bill Yu looks to take, trying to cross it in the middle, deflects off of Bailey Wolf, and she'll come down with it as she has space in the center, working towards that center circle. Up now to Thorne. Good strong play there by Pranchke to take that ball away from Thorne and dispossess her, but it's back into the middle for the Gorlocks. Page looking to work towards that far sideline. Wanted to play it up ahead to Paradise, but couldn't get it to her. Now it's Lindquist on the other side for the Thunder. Lindquist moves up that sideline, cuts it back towards the middle, has some space. Sends a cross in with the left foot. It deflects off of a defender, and now it's bouncing out towards Jensen Ellis at the top of the box. Pushes it out with her left foot, and now stops it back right inside the box. Fires off a shot that is held onto, by Banfield. She didn't have a lot of trouble with that one.
And as you can see on this replay, just some nice individual moves here by Ellis to get around her defender and then let a shot go that just curls around number 5 there, but unfortunately right to the goalkeeper.
Now Ketchum, Thunder goalkeeper, getting her first touch of the day as ball rolled over out to her from Sealand. She tried to get it back to her, but Sealand could not get a hold of it before it rolled off that sideline. Tomic clears this one away up to Oliver. Oliver, a nice pass to Ellis along the sideline to keep this ball in play. Going up to Thorne now. She's got 2 defenders on her. One drops back, and now Lily Brower able to take it away. Brower shoots it up ahead where Casper gets the rebound off of Tomic. A little bit of a misplay on the ball there by Landy. Prevented her from getting inside the box. Now up to Oliver once again for the Thunder. There's Thorne. Now it's a 2-on-1 if she can push it ahead. Oliver getting outside of the box, and it'll give the Gorlocks enough time to recover. She's got it in the corner moving towards the sideline. That one's deflected off of Reagan Young. So the Thunder will have a throw in deep in their scoring third with 38:10 to go. Ellis now working on that sideline against Osterhage. Osterhage taking it away, curling it along the sideline. It'll stay in play, and it just barely rolls off the line as now Sealand will throw into Tomic. Max on the right edge of the center circle brings it across midfield up to Lindquist. Lindquist now over to Blake. Blake has room in front of her. Puts a pass up ahead to Ellis, but that one's cut away by Osterhage. Outside now, Blake to Baki. Baki, good pass to Max. Max has some speed as she works her way to the edge of the box. Crosses it inside. Ricochets once, and then Osterhage finally clears it away, but once again, Sarah Tomic right there to keep possession for the Thunder. Ellis now on the pass from Tomic. Works her way towards the end line. Ellis now moving to her right. Going between the legs of her defender. Now she's even closer, working inside that 6-yard box. Blake gets a shot off, deflecting off of a player, and a great save made by Banfield. We'll see on the replay. I think that hit a Gorlock player, making things even tougher for Banfield.
Yeah, Ellis just making so many moves on this sideline once again, and it cuts through right into the box, and it does indeed deflect off of 13, but able to make the diving stop there even with the deflection. Nice save.
So we've seen now 2 saves for Banfield on the day. She's been the goalkeeper with the most action here just in the first 9 minutes. As the ball is played around in the middle of the field, Wolf is there to control it. She'll Get it over to Sealand. Sealand has space, goes inside to Ellis. Ellis misses the touch there. Lindquist almost able to recover that one, but Osterhage is right there. It goes back to the Thunder now. Baki looking to go the inside. She loves that corner of the box, and that's where she'll go now. Firing off a shot that will bounce once and will be handled easily by Banfield. We haven't seen a lot of distance on any of these punts from Banfield yet, and it's got to be because of the cold certainly having effect on that ball. Be a throw in right at midfield for Webster. Tried to play that one ahead and get it all the way up to Landy, but Landy did not finish the run. Although the Thunder, although they had possession for a minute, will turn it over as they send it off the sideline. Back out now to Page. Page working between two defenders. Baki deflects that one off the touchline once again, and so as we approach the 10-minute mark being gone in this game, we'll have a goal kick for the Thunder. Lauren Ketchum. We'll see if Sarah Tomich comes out to take this one. We saw Tomich begin to do that a little bit at the end of the Illinois Wesleyan game. She was taking the kicks for Ketchum. Looks like she may continue that today. Gets this one out towards the bottom of the center circle, just right on the far side. Now Max trying to work ahead. Good move to split two defenders, and now Lindquist trying to pursue. It deflects off of Lindquist after Brower tries to send it away, and it'll trickle off of the end line, so it'll be a goal kick now for Webster. Banfield will set this one down and kick it away with about 34 minutes to go in the half. Played it up ahead. It's off the head of Gromit. And now Max jockeying for the ball with Landy. Looks like it'll go over to the Thunder. Max trying to find Baki on the throw-in. Baki gets around two defenders with a nice spin. Now it's Thorne up top. She's being pushed away from the box. She'll drop to Wolf. Wolf will go all the way to Tomich, who's got her heels on the center line, has plenty of space, not a lot of pressure coming from the Gorlocks. Over now to Wolf. Wolf up to Ellis. Ellis trying to play a give and go to Wolf. There's Bailey Wolf sending it up ahead now to Oliver. And that's cut off of the end line by Reagan Young. It'll be another corner kick for the Thunder.
I believe the second corner kick of the game here for the Thunder. Obviously, we've seen a lot of pressure be able to they've been able to generate off these plays from Ellis and Oliver on the sideline here, as once again she'll cut towards the middle.
It's now into Baki. Baki has space in front of her. Fires off a shot. It's buried up by the goalkeeper, and a good save by Banfield on a shot that had a lot of pace on it from Sarah Baki.
Yeah, Banfield coming up huge early already, and Ellis making another play right to the middle of the box, and just a great strike there from Baki, but right at the hands of Banfield, who makes a nice save to tip it up over the net.
Keeps things scoreless here.
Yes, 3.
Blake going to take another corner. She went low last time. She'll do it again, as once again it's deflected first by the Gorlocks. Still inside the box and now cleared away by Brower. Up ahead it's Landy, who's got a lot of space in front of her, and only Sarah Max up ahead. Ball goes to Casper. Casper working against Max. Max does a nice job to cut it away, although Bailey Wolf and Sarah Max have a little bit of a collision there. Young getting it into Page in the middle. Page trying to pass that one away, but good anticipation by Isabel Oliver. Allows her to take that pass. Ellis now has it on the center line over to Blake. And Blake will go back to Tomich. Tomich up to Lindquist. Lindquist playing a room in front of her to run. She's going forward. Moving to her left. Tapping it to Ellis, and just a little too far out front as Young tapped that one away. Wolf going all the way back over to Sarah Max to reset things here for the Thunder with 31.5 minutes to go in the half. Up now to Baki. Baki takes a little too big of a touch and allows Landy to take that one away, but as Landy tried to force it up ahead to Casper, Tomic sent it right back to the other side. Wolf now in the middle, going outside to Sealand. Sealand chased down by Casper, gets the pass off to Oliver. Oliver works in off the right foot, going towards the middle, switching the field over to the other side, but Landy cuts that pass off up to Page in the middle. Page all the way outside now to Paradise. Paradise works against Blake and gets a pass up ahead to Page. That one does roll off of the sideline, but it was last touched by the Thunder, so the Gorlocks will have a throw-in and a chance to try to make something happen on the offensive end.
Yeah, the Gorlocks look like they like to use their speed to get into the offensive end on transition, but the Thunder have done a good job of getting back in time, as we saw play like a minute or two ago where there were 4 Thunder defenders able to surround one of the top 3 scorers for the Gorlocks. So I really like the defense that we're playing to start this game.
Sealand trying to go for that ball against Casper, but it'll be a throw-in for Webster. Webster throwing this one up ahead, and that one will just sail out of play. Never did cross the line. Sealand goes into Tomic. Tomic now up to Oliver. Oliver now over to Blake. And Blake, good pass to Sealand, trying to get a couple connections going. Good move by Blake to keep the ball away from her defender. Sent back over to the Webster side of things as now Tomic goes out to Max. Max will bring this one up herself, pushing it towards the middle of the field, getting up well past midfield, and now passing out to Baki, but that one's cut away by Paradise. Once again, we see Tomic unpressured as she walks over to recover that ball. Lindquist goes back to Max. Max over to Tomic. Tomic switches the field now over to Sealand, trying to push ahead, and Sealand up to Oliver. A good tackle made there by Jones. Casper can't quite save it off the touch line, and so it'll be another throw-in for the Thunder. Sealand trying to go into Oliver. Once again, Young, able to work over in front and cut that one away. Looks like there was a deflection off of the Thunder, a foul, so it'll be taken by Lily Brower, a free kick here with 28 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the half. Ball is headed up by the Gorlocks, trying to find Casper, but not able to connect with her there. Now Max going out to Baki. Baki has a lot of room, and once again we'll see her take this one all the way up past midfield. Going outside to Lindquist. Or Thorne, excuse me. Thorne working inside the box, trying to get a cross off, but isn't able to. Good job shielding her away from that ball was her defender, Pranchke. So we see another goal kick for Webster. Up ahead now, touched first by Page, but the Thunder will take control of it. Blake just sends this one up ahead. Oliver's trying to chase it down, but right there is Osterhage. Osterhage will touch it first and push it up ahead to Casper. Casper gets a touch, but plays it off the sideline. A little confusion there between Sealand and Ellis as they try to figure out who's going to throw in here. It will be Ellis who goes to Sealand. Going over to Ellis now. Working against Osterhage. Flicks it up ahead to Oliver. Oliver once again has that ball cut away by Young. And Reagan Young, we've seen playing good defense on Oliver all night. One of the leading scorers for the Thunder. Oliver now works parallel to the top of that box. Fires off a shot that rolls in. Thorne touches it and now tries to send it in with the left foot, but whiffs on the ball. Is not able to make contact.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like, so Oliver cuts across the middle, takes the shot that goes straight into Lindquist, and Lindquist corrals it there, but then, as you said, just whiffs on that final attempt. Perhaps maybe deflected a little just out of her reach. That looked like it would have been a sure goal if had she been able to make a connection.
Back on the other side of things. Blake now up ahead to Thorne. Now it's Ellis working against Osterhage. Ellis moves to her left. Keeps going. Fires off a shot that curls just outside the far post.
Yeah, you got to wonder if you want to see Ellis take more of these type of plays, especially because, as you mentioned earlier about Young playing extraordinarily good defense on Isabel Oliver so far this game, that if you got to think the pressure maybe moves towards Ellis to try to create something offensively, which she has done so far this game.
Almost 20 minutes gone already as this ball's headed into the box. Oliver recovers it and goes outside to Baki. Baki's got some room to work. She'll chip it inside. Sliding kick save there by Banfield. Over now to Ellis. Ellis again going between the legs of Osterhage, working around, working to get in space, but not able to get a shot off in time as she was swarmed there by two defenders. That's good recovery by Osterhage to prevent that shot after getting beat off the dribble. Max up ahead into the box to Thorne. Thorne trying to get past her defender, coming to send that one away is Brower. Sealand over the top of the box to Ellis. She volleys this one up, and it's a one bouncer that Banfield handles easily.
And Ellis is just all over the ball this game already, just making exceptional plays, passes even, as we saw earlier. So definitely probably one of the best players for Wheaton so far.
She has it once again in the middle. Goes outside to Baki. Baki's there, marked by Paradise. Baki works towards the end line, gets tripped up a little, but fires it across. Lindquist is right there and is not able to keep control before that one goes off the end line. But John Mark, you're right. Ellis has been on really the start or the end of any of these dangerous offensive plays that the Thunder have had so far. And they've troubled the goalkeeper Banfield a lot more than they've been able to trouble Lauren Ketchum on the other side. Once again, the goal kick sent away, but the Thunder are able to get possession right away. Baki up ahead to Lindquist. Lindquist will get there before Brower can, but Brower working to take it away. Played up now in the middle by Landy. Tomic able to come over and quell any sort of counterattack. There's Young stepping in front of Oliver again, gets it up to Casper. Casper working towards the bottom of the center circle. Landy trying to get that one away, and you saw there a pretty clear handball by Sarah Tomic.
Yeah, an opportunity now for the Gorlocks to try to generate some offense, something that they haven't really done much so far this game, with a free kick in the Wheaton end.
Looks like it'll be taken by Brower. They'll line up a couple of players at the top of the box. She'll try to send it in long. Blake gets a first touch, and now Ketchum has to be careful to play that bounce, but she handles it securely. And the Thunder are away from danger after the free kick. Ketchum will punt it away. It'll bounce and then cross midfield. Blake volleys this one over to the other side. Ellis, they're working against Young. Young sends it into the middle, but Bailey Wolf steps into the passing lane. Isabel Oliver trying to chase this one down, can't quite get a hold on it before it goes off the touchline. So with 22:40 left in the first half, there will be a throw-in here from the sideline. Young looking for someone to go to and talking to her teammates, telling them that they need to get open. Trying to go up ahead to Page now, but it's up off of Sealand's head. Ketchum going to have to send that one away out of the reach of Landy. Tomic. Pass cut away by Osterhage. Young in the middle. Going up ahead once more to Bilyeu. Goes over to Sealand. Sealand now in the middle. Tomic on this bottom of your screen on the near side as they've made a little bit of a switch. Tomic works up the sideline. Tries to go ahead to Oliver, but too big of a touch, gives it back over to the Gorlocks. Bilyeu working to go up ahead to Page. That pass gets past Jensen Ellis, and now Casper sends a one through. Ketchum comes out, and Sarah Max does a good job shielding off Landy to allow Ketchum to scoop that one up.
A little bit of a dangerous play there, but as you said, well defended to allow Ketchum to scoop that ball up.
Over to Baki. Baki now going up ahead to Thorne. Thorne, a good turn there if she can beat her defender to the ball. She's not able to, so Brower clears it away. Landy working against Max on the 50-50 ball. The Thunder will win it. Baki going now to Lindquist. Lindquist turning in towards the middle. Slots a pass over to Bailey Wolf. Tomic has it now on the center line. Tomic up ahead to Ellis. Her touch bounces up in the air, and this one will come down to Sealand. Sealand there working against Casper. Goes up ahead to Oliver. Young cutting it away once more. Bilyeu going over to Casper, and now Young will try to send it up and gain some ground for the Gorlocks. Good touch by Page, but Tomic will get there first. She'll send it back to Ketchum. Ketchum will control it with her feet and try to send this one away to a teammate. Just decides to go right back to Tomic. Tomic now over to Sealand, right on the near sideline. And Sealand working back now to go to Tomic again. They've switched back. Tomic once again in that customary spot in the middle, and Sealand down on the near side. Bilyeu there, taking it across the middle and trying to switch to the other side of the field, but Max cuts this one away. Paradise comes up, now passing in the middle to Gromit. Gromit outside to Osterhage. Osterhage has some space to work and will take control of the ball before it goes off the sideline. Trying to cross something in. Tomic misses on the header, but Blake is right there to get it up ahead to Ellis. Ellis getting down the ball to her feet, up to Thorne. Thorne there has that one taken away from her by Pranchke. And this comes over to the sideline. Nice catch over there made by the
Into the match for Wheaton,
coach
#6,
for Webster. And now we'll see some
Gencarella.
substitutions. Sarah Gencarella going to come in for Oliver. We've seen Gencarella get a lot of quality minutes in this one so far, but really Isabel Oliver not able to get anything going in this one as of yet.
Yeah, we'll see if Gencarella can try to get anything going against Young that Oliver's so far not been able to. So interesting matchup to watch here as she picks up the ball.
Yep, Gencarella gets the touch right away, and she works into the middle, slips there, and lets Young take control of it. But she gets up quickly, tries to trouble Young. Young is able to get the pass off to Page. Page and Blake, they're getting tangled a little bit, but Blake had the last touch before the ball went off the sideline. So with 18 minutes and 40 seconds to go, Webster will throw in. Up ahead, Wolf getting the first touch. Blake not able to make contact with that ball as it swings down, and now Brower sending it away before the oncoming Gencarella could get there. Lindquist works against Bilyeu in the middle. Brower sends it away to the other side. Tomic gets the header and plays over to Wolf. Wolf taps it over to Sealand. Sealand gets it right here on the center line, and it goes away to Bilyeu. Brower pushing it up to Casper. Just Tomic in front of her. Tomic stops Casper for long enough for Bailey Wolf to come over and help out. Now Gencarella trying to get there ahead of Brower. She does. Gencarella gets a touch and tries to work past Lily Brower. Sending a cross, and she's knocked down, and that one skips inside. Banfield will hold on to it. Banfield punting away. This one will get up well past midfield, probably her best punt of the day. Ball up in the air off of Wolf. Ellis is there now, working her way into the middle. Goes outside to Baki. Baki against Paradise. Comes inside using the step over a couple times there, out to the corner of the box. Fires off a shot, and that one is wide right. Didn't quite get inside that far post, and we'll see another sub for the Thunder.
In for Wheaton, #7, Sammy Nishiyama.
We see Nishiyama check in. Looks like she will come in and replace Tori Sealand, and then Sarah Max will switch sides of the field. So now Max, instead of being on that far side, is playing now at the near side. What will be the bottom of your screen. Nishiyama takes over for Max over at the top. Max getting the first touch on this side of the field. Great pass up ahead to Ellis, leading her right past Osterhage. Ellis now works in. We know she likes to go to the left foot there, and there she does, pushing towards the end line. Curling it in, but headed away by Brower. Still inside the box, bouncing around. Now Gromit tries to get it out, but Blake controls it at the edge of the box. Tapping back, trying to go to Max, but cut away by Casper. Tomic comes up now when she's well past midfield, working with space of her own. Tomic crosses it inside. It won't reach the top of the box. Osterhage is there. Now Nishiyama will come over. Bilyeu working past Wolf and pushing out towards the sideline. Is not able to get a second touch on that one after she pushed it out in front. It'll go off the sideline. Baki there. Paradise with a hand on her back as Baki goes up ahead. Brower coming off of her line to cut that one away and clear it out towards midfield. Carney Blake wins the 50-50 ball. Casper pushes up ahead to Osterhage. Has Jensen trailing behind her, and Tomic in front. Crosses this one inside. It's a good cross, and now firing off a shot. One-handed save by Ketchum, who dives on it, and after a bobble is able to secure it. A great save by Lauren Ketchum.
Yeah, the first really A-plus opportunity for the Gorloks here is just kind of a misplay on the ball there, and then an amazing save by Ketchum to get a hand on that, and then the extra effort to dive on top of it and keep that ball from being found at the end of that play there.
Landy fired off the shot, off the deflection, and it was only the left hand of Ketchum that kept that from hitting the back of the net. We see a foul now in the middle of the field, and the Gorloks seem to be maybe a little reinvigorated here after their first really dangerous chance of the day. It's been almost all Thunder on the offensive side up until then. Baki letting this one go off the sideline for a throw-in by Nishiyama. Nishiyama comes into Wolf, but Wolf will tap it back to her, and now they'll be out to Tomic. Tomic down to Max. Max working up ahead against Page. Passes out to Jen Carella. A good pass there. Now Max works with Page on her back. Good move to get past her. Now across. Sent in. Thorne plays it to her feet. She chips it up. Lindquist trying to get there, working against Brower. Lindquist takes control. Working past Young, and she's tripped up there, but no whistle as that was right on the edge of the box. Wolf collides with Casper, and now Casper takes control, working ahead. It's a 3-on-2 for the Gorloks. Casper now has beaten Tomic and Nishiyama. She'll fire across out to Landy. Landy not able to play it off of her feet, though. It gets past and allows the Thunder a little time to recover. This one sent well off the end line, and the Thunder really able to escape one there.
Yeah, back and forth chances from both teams, and that was a very dangerous cross there that fortunately both Landy and the Wheaton Thunder defender missed on that cross, but yeah, two great opportunities in just these last few minutes for the Gorloks.
Landy will now be checked out. She's going to be replaced by number 9, Julian Felix. Goal kick by Ketchum coming now with 13 minutes to go in the half. Up to Nishiyama. Nishiyama goes forward. Lindquist gets a touch, and it's taken away by Gromit. Gromit pushing forward now. Gromit splitting two defenders. Up to Casper. Casper taps it out to Felix. Felix tries to fire off a shot, and that'll be held on to easily there by Ketchum.
I think Webster's showing here that you always got to be aware of these three top scorers for them, as Casper and Landy have been able to make a few plays in these last few minutes. So definitely you can't get lulled into a false sense of security by all the offense that they're having, and always be aware that these players can put up points whenever they need to.
Lindquist now works in the middle, fires off a shot of her own. That's wide right. That one not close as it was taken from well outside the box. Taylor Rudin will check in now.
Number 8, Taylor Rudin.
We've seen her replace Bailey Wolf on multiple occasions this year. Wolf went down just a couple of minutes ago on a little bit of a collision and was a little slow to get up, and so she will be checked out here. Gromit working against Lindquist. Bilyeu plays it over to her. Now Casper trying to go outside to Osterhage, but Sarah Max is there. Flicked up ahead to Jensen Ellis. Ellis working in towards the middle. Osterhage tries to come over and dispossess, but isn't able to. Ellis goes back to Max. Tomic now working up to midfield, crossing the center line and playing up to Molly Thorne. Thorne over to Max. Max getting there before Casper does, and now has space towards the middle of the field. Goes up now to Thorne. Thorne takes it at the corner of the box there on the left side, going against Brower. Cut away by Brower. Nice play there. Rudin gets her first touch as she goes back to Tomic. And now Tomic tries to send this one into the box. It bounces once, gets through. Lindquist up to Baki, who volleys this one over, but once again, Banfield sure-handed, able to hold on to that one nicely.
A nice shot there off the bounce, but that's going to be a hard shot to try to put in from that distance, and a nice save by Banfield.
Over to the sideline now, where the Thunder will throw in. Back to Tomic. Up ahead to Jen Carella. Jen Carella in the middle to Blake. Blake back to Tomic. We're getting close to the 10-minute mark. Left here in half number 1. Jensen Ellis pushes forward. Ellis trying to make some space. Fires off a shot. This one is going to hit the back of the net over the outstretched arm of Taylor Banfield. And after multiple good chances early in this one, Jensen Ellis finally breaks through and scores the first goal of the game for the Thunder.
Yeah, and if the Thunder were going to score in this game, you knew it was going to be Ellis. She's been all over the ball this entire game, generating opportunities, a lot of one-on-one offense that she's been able to set up, and then just this amazing strike from the top of the box, just steps into it and sends it right over the head of Banfield. What a shot there from Ellis.
And that actually coming on one of her, what looked to be one of her less dangerous chances. We've seen her so many times work close inside the box and get right up in front of the goalkeeper and almost put one in. This one coming out, as you said, John Mark, a couple yards out from the top of the box. Didn't seem to be too dangerous, but then just fired a ball with a lot of pace that beat Banfield.
That's a great point. She's been able to get around a few defenders and have great chances right in the box, then just decides to bury one from outside of it. I mean, yeah, definitely one of her seemingly less dangerous opportunities that she's able to bury there.
And now with just about 10 minutes to go in the half as we come into the 35th minute of this game, Wheaton leads 1-0 here in round 1 of the D3 NCAA Women's Soccer Championship. Nishiyama now working up the sideline, trying to string this ball up ahead, and deflects there off of the hand of a new Thunder arrival who just checked in. That's Hannah Max, who we saw there. She comes into the middle. Webster will counter with a substitution of their own. It'll be Carly McCormack.
In for the Gorlocks, number 7, Carly McCormack.
She's going to replace Riley Gromit. That's a throw in from fairly deep into that final third. Up ahead to Page. Page passing back now. Casper trying to get it to Osterhage on the other side. Osterhage working against Max. Ball gets batted around a couple times, but Max ultimately wins it, trying to pass up ahead to Jen Carella. Young goes down and allows Jen Carella plenty of space to move up ahead. Chasing behind her is Bill Yu. Pass goes up ahead to Lindquist. Lindquist trying to make a turn there, but Pranchke is able to take that one away, and then Lindquist called for the foul. Be a free kick, probably taken by Brower again, it looks like, as she's the one to take the free kick so far for Webster. Goes up to Casper, but it gets through both Max and Casper. Rudin will try to now chase it down before it goes off the touchline. She's able to send it back to Tomic, but now it's up in the middle of Bill Yu. Ball gets through Blake. Now it's Felix. Felix trying to cross it over. Tomic clearing it away off the back line. In the middle, it's Paradise. Paradise looking for someone to pass to here and not really finding anyone. Instead just flicking it out towards the sideline where Max is the first to recover. Jen Carella makes a nice turn against Young. Going into the middle of the field where Max is waiting. Osterhage pushes it up ahead, but Tomic is there to cut it away. Up to Ellis. Jen Carella takes the ball away. Now Ellis in front. Ellis gets the pass. Works against Osterhage. Pushes it out off of Her left foot works towards the end line. She has a couple teammates in the box. Now diving off of her line is Banfield, but the Gorlock defense able to keep the Thunder from volleying another shot in. Up now to Tomic. Tomic firing off a shot, and Banfield hangs on to that one, but from pretty far distance there, Tomic was able to put a lot of power into that one and test Banfield at least a little.
Yeah, another long-range shot from the Thunder here. That one just doesn't quite have the height that Ellis's other shot, and Banfield able to just take a few steps and catch that one relatively easily.
Now Page wants to find Felix up at the top of the box, but isn't able to. Max taps it over to Blake. Now Baki has control of it. 6 minutes left in the half as she plays up to Lindquist. Lindquist trying to work against Pransky. Brower clearing it up towards midfield. Page is there to control. Page over to Max. Now Baki trying to play a through ball ahead to Hannah Max, but can't get that one to go. Now it's up, deflected off of McCormick. And we see two.
In for Wheaton, number 22,
subs.
Carly Fadum. In for Webster, number 8, Carrie Vodal.
We see number 8, Vodal, come in to replace Young, who we've talked about so many times tonight. For the Thunder, it's Fadum in to replace Lindquist. Now Baki in that far corner, trapped between two defenders. And it'll stay with the Thunder as it gets pushed into the corner. Throw in. Now to Fadum right away. Fadum working against Felix. Sent into the box across. Banfield steps in front of Jen Carella and makes a nice play. Good anticipation coming off of her line to field that one. Banfield up, and it falls in between four Thunder players. Tomic is the one who is able to take it. Now it's over to Max. Baki up into the middle to Fadum. Fadum sliding and isn't able to make contact with that ball, but it's sent it by Blake up against Gencarella. Gencarella almost past Brower, but Brower recovers. But now, good job. Great tackle by Fadum to take that one away from Brower. Brower is off of her spot in the back line, and then Fadum was trying to play a through ball up to one of her teammates, but neither Baki nor Gencarella was there. Now Baki gets the ball back on a clearance from the Gorlocks. Tapping back to Max. Ball gets through to Blake. Up to Fadum at the top of the box. Going back out, and now a shot fired off by Baki. That'll be just to the right. Banfield won't have to handle it, as we're now 4 minutes to go before halftime.
Yeah, the Thunder liking these long-range opportunities, and this one just will sail wide right, but I definitely like the idea by taking these shots from long distances. We've obviously seen one be successful already.
Up ahead now to Fadum, but a good defensive play that made there by Pransky. Paradise in the center, up to Page. Page looking to cross midfield. And she will. Cut away there nicely by Nishiyama. And sent over to the other side of this field. Switch to Osterhage. Osterhage going up over the head of Max, but Tomic sends it away towards the center circle. Max trying to keep this one in play. Gets there in time to do so, and Sarah Max will push up ahead, has Ellis wide open on the left side. Brower coming over late. Ellis now surrounded by Brower and Osterhage. Working with some skill there to try to get past both, but Brower eventually taps it off. And then Brower makes a nice decision of sending it off the sideline rather than letting that one roll off the end line for a corner kick. It'll be another throw in for the Thunder after that one's sent out of touch. Max with 2.5 minutes left in the half. Up to Rudin. Rudin, good pass to Max. Now over to the other side to Hannah Max. Rudin. Back to Blake. Blake going all the way over to Baki. Baki plays it off of her head, and now right at her feet on the corner of that box. Tries to send that one in, but it's deflected there by McCormick. Still in this final third for the Thunder. They want to make something happen here before we reach halftime. Final 2 minutes as that one tips off of Hannah Max, and looks like we're going to have a corner kick here. Or actually, Let's see if we have a, yeah, outside is there the foul.
Corner kick.
Or the Thunder looking for a foul there. Didn't get one as that ball deflected off of the end line. A little moment of confusion there as we thought they might have been lining up for a penalty kick. But now Blake sends this one in high. It's off the head of Tomic. Batted around a couple times. Max got a touch on it. It goes out to Rudin. Rudin over to Tomic once again. Tomic pushing it up and getting this one out to Baki. Baki not able to get a head on that ball before it gets past her and up to Banfield.
That was a crazy shot. It was almost like a diving, sliding shot here. As Tomic just out of reach of Baki there, and that probably would have gone wide, but Banfield grabs it anyway.
Now the ball back to the Thunder with a minute to go in the half. Baki going forward. Fatum pressuring there against Brower. Fatum goes down.
1 minute.
And now
1 minute remaining in the first half.
sends it up ahead to Felix. Into the middle to Ellis. Ellis working with space in front of her and Rudin on her left. Taps over to Rudin. Rudin at the top of the box. Tries to cross it to the other side. Hannah Max is there. Now going down. Shot saved beautifully over the net by Banfield. Such quick reflexes as Hannah Max took that one from point blank range.
Yeah, Banfield with one last great save to
Wheaton corner kick.
end this half as the ball comes in and then just falling down as the Gorlock defender and able to take a point blank shot like you said.
Blake up ahead now, and Banfield will hold on to that one as that came off the short corner kick from the Thunder. 20 seconds to go now. Casper is moving up ahead with only Nishiyama in front of her. Goes over to the other side to Paradise. The Thunder looking to stop this late rally and escape to halftime. Page
10,
now working outside,
9,
fires a shot up
8,
ahead that Ketchum will
7,
scoop up, and
6,
she will hold on to
5,
this one as time
4,
expires
3,
here in
2,
our first half.
1-0.
The Thunder head into halftime leading 1-0 over the
Your halftime
Webster
score in this
University
NCAA
Gorlocks. And
Division III Women's Soccer
John
Tournament
Mark,
first round match is
as
Wheaton
we
College 1, Webster
we're talking
0.
all throughout that first half. The Thunder obviously
Reminder,
getting on the
restroom
board
facilities are
first
located
off
to
of that
the
score from Jensen
west
Ellis.
of the
They
soccer
had a little
stadium.
bit more of a steady offensive attack than the Gorlocks as they were able to continue to put dangerous chances and good shots on goal. But for the Gorlocks, while they weren't as steady, they still had some dangerous chances of their own.
Yeah, I think overall you got to be happy with this half from the Thunder. They've had a lot of offensive opportunities, like you said, especially from Jensen Ellis, who's able to bury that one goal. But for the Gorlocks, yeah, I think they did have a few high-quality opportunities in them about halfway through the half, as well as that last one. But I think overall the Thunder are doing a good job of getting back in time to deal with some of these top players from the Gorlocks, like Landy and Casper and Page. And so I think going forward into this second half that the Thunder just need to keep doing kind of what they're doing, keep getting back in time, using their speed to get back and defend those top players.
All right, thanks for being with us here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network so far. We will be back in just a couple of minutes after halftime to begin the second half here of this first round matchup of the Division III Women's Soccer Tournament. Here, the first round between the Webster University Gorlocks and the Wheaton College Thunder. The Thunder leading 1-0 at half. We'll be back on WTSN.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Be inspired by diving deep into the study of the Bible and understanding the theology behind our faith.
Be challenged with advanced study of biblical and theological knowledge.
Be equipped to expand your knowledge, build your academic skills, develop critical reflection, and serve for Christ in His kingdom.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Welcome back inside Joe Bean Stadium here on the campus of Wheaton College, where the Wheaton Thunder are playing host to the first and second rounds of the 2019 Division III NCAA Women's Soccer Tournament. We thank you for joining us on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network today for our first of two games here during the tournament. This one between the host Wheaton College and the Webster University Gorloks. We have played 45 minutes. The Thunder got out to a 1-0 lead with just about 10 minutes left in that first half after Jensen Ellis for the Thunder blasted a shot from the top of the box right over the head of Banfield, the goalkeeper for Webster, and the Thunder held that lead into halftime, although Webster had a good late chance. But John Mark, as we look to move into this second half, the score sheet from the first half does give us a little bit of an insight into how big of an advantage the Thunder had on the offensive side there in that first half.
Yeah, exactly. The Thunder have really dominated every aspect of this game from a statistical standpoint, outshooting Webster 18-4, as well as putting 3 on net that actually required saves from Banfield. So Banfield very busy in that first half. Also 5-0 on corners as well. So the Thunder really just offensively being able to generate a lot of opportunities. Whereas I think it is worth noting, however, that the opportunities that Webster were able to get in that first half were very high-quality opportunities. So those 3 saves for Ketchum for the Thunder were not easy saves by any measure, and you should definitely look for the Gorloks to be able to really just kind of generate something out of nothing going into the second half and just put up a goal. Like, they can definitely score out of nowhere, I think.
Yeah, and that, I think, is one thing that we talked about throughout that half, is just that things would seem like they were fine for the Thunder. The Thunder would not seem to be playing particularly on edge or anything like that, and then out of nowhere, Webster would come and fire off a shot that almost found the net. We did see that one incredible save by Lauren Ketchum where that almost came out of nowhere, where Landy was able to put a shot on that. Ketchum just barely saved with her left hand. So I think you're right, John Mark. I think although the Thunder have had the advantage just in terms of time of possession and shots and things like that,
Fans take home a unique
I don't think that means that Webster can't
Visit
reel off and put a goal or two in the back of the net. So this game is far from over. 45 minutes left here to go in this one as teams look to meet at the center circle now. The Thunder will begin the ball at the second half. Once again, we want to thank you for being with us on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. I'm Abram Erickson here with John Mark Mills, bringing you this presentation of the Division III NCAA Women's Soccer Tournament. Second half action looking to start with the Thunder as Oliver goes back to Tori Sealand. Looks like we've got the same starters here for Wheaton, -1. We see Bailey Wolf back on the field after she had been subbed out towards the end of that half, and Taylor Rudin stays on as well for the Thunder. So throw in now to start off the half. Back to Tomic. Tomic now up to Thorne. Thorne, a good turn there. Beats her defender. Thorne working now to the top of the box, and she's taken down hard, and that'll be a foul, and that's a really good free kick position for the Thunder just 30 seconds into the half.
Yeah, that's a clear foul, and as Jensen lines up to take this one, we'll see what the Thunder can generate off of it, although that one is sent right over the net, so nothing too dangerous there.
Yeah, it looked like the Thunder wanted to play really quickly and maybe take the goalkeeper Banfield by surprise there. No such thing happened as Ellis just played that one too high, and it was well over the net. So Banfield sends it away once again. It's into the middle now. Tried to get it up ahead to Casper. Now this one goes up, and there's Landy working at the edge of the box. Fires off a shot, and that one's wide right. But there's a one-on-one chance, and just like we said, John Mark, that's a good opportunity for Webster.
Yeah, that's exactly our point. Landy and Casper always dangerous at any point in this game, so you cannot get complacent with these two players.
Tomic takes the goal kick again, as we saw her do a little bit there in that first half. Ellis working there in the middle. It gets played up to Thorne. Ellis now has it on that far sideline. Looking to send it up ahead to Oliver. Oliver gets it at the top of the box, gets tripped up a little, and now there's a collision between Oliver and Banfield. And there's enough time for Brower to send it away. Banfield is back on her feet and back on her line, and the Thunder are looking to push still. Ellis has it down near the end line, although there's two defenders there. Brower ultimately able to send that one away. Banfield will take a goal kick now after that collision. It looks like both Oliver and Banfield both up on their feet quickly, and no issues, thankfully, as now Lindquist gets a touch. It goes over to Baki. Baki going up ahead to Seeland. Seeland has a lot of room in front of her with Landy chasing behind. Now Landy gets in front and working into that corner. Seeland never really able to handle that ball, and it goes out of touch.
Yeah, just stepping over that ball on the sideline there, and just rolls out of place. It'll go back to the Gorlocks.
There's Brower trying to push it up ahead to Landy, and Seeland goes down now, allowing Landy to take over. Rudin is trying to hustle back, and that ball gets through Casper on the pass. Casper couldn't handle it. Max sends it up once again, and now it's back by Osterhage up to Page. Page working in the middle. Slots a pass through to Casper. Casper takes that one. It deflects off of Tomic, and now Tomic will clear it away, although it'll head off the sideline, so it'll be another throw-in for Webster. Throw-in comes to the edge of the box. Trying to make the turn there is Page. It's off the head of Page now after Tomic tried to clear that one away. She looks to be all right, though, as Ketchum will wait to punt this one. She does, and switching sides of the field here. Wind is a little bit in the Thunder's favor now, as it was just a little bit for the Gorlocks in the first half. As you take a look at some flags above the stands there over on the other side of the field, they're blowing a little bit left to right. Now Ellis trying to send this one up ahead to Max, strings the pass forward. Max in the corner of the box, guarded on the outside there by Casper. Casper keeps that one in play for a little while, and then it rolls off the sideline. Lindquist looking for someone to throw it into here. Trying to find Ellis in that corner, but she's well guarded there by Osterhage. She will go into Ellis. Osterhage is right there. Osterhage gets control, and at least momentarily, before she sends it out of touch once more. Trying to send that one into the box to Oliver. It's crossed in by Lindquist up ahead where Banfield holds onto it. It was up over the head of Molly Thorne.
Yeah, just a little too far for both Molly Thorne and Lindquist on this play, and it goes right to Banfield. Easily handles that one.
Rudin over to Seeland now. Baki working into the middle. Good pass up ahead to Oliver, and once again we'll get to enjoy that matchup of Isabel Oliver versus Reagan Young, which we saw so much of in that first half. Casper in the middle. Tomic recovers. Now Casper gets past her and works forward to get the ball to head to Landy. Seeland comes over to cut that one away nicely. Seeland outside to Wolf. Wolf up ahead to Ellis. And now Ellis against Osterhage. Ellis back inside, and now to the corner of that box. Ball cut away by Brower, and Brower's got a bunch of room to work. Wolf trying to track her down around midfield. Pass goes up ahead to Casper. Back to Brower at the center line, and her pass up ahead is just goes off of her foot the wrong way and out of play. We've got 39 minutes to go in this half, and already we've seen a couple of good scoring chances for both teams. Things look to continue to stay interesting here in half number 2. Sammy Nishiyama checks in for Tori Seeland, as we saw her do in the first half.
And for week number 7, Sammy Nishiyama.
Now Max trying to throw into Baki. Baki working against Osterhage. Baki controls it. Goes back to Wolf. Wolf plays up ahead. Thorne and Max chase, but Brower is right there. Baki following it up and passing ahead to Thorne. Good job by Wolf to cut that one away from Page. And once again it goes down to the center circle where Landy is right there. Nishiyama racing ahead to tap that one away from Landy. Now Wolf in the middle. Goes outside to Lindquist. Lindquist back to Wolf, and Wolf has some space in front of her. Goes back to the other side, and now over to Rudin. Rudin fires off a shot, and that one arcs well over the crossbar and is no difficulty for Banfield.
Yeah, just another long shot attempt. This one even perhaps the farthest attempt that we've seen so far this game. As with Young playing in the middle there, it's hard for the Thunder to break into the box.
Pass comes to Paradise off the goal kick. Oliver working there against her, and that'll go off of Oliver. So Paradise will throw it in here with 37 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half. There to Landy. Nishiyama. And we see Landy on the second effort keeping that one in play after Nishiyama had just assumed it was going to roll off the sideline. Brower heads this one up over the head of Isabel Oliver. And now we see a little bit of a scrum there in the corner as Paradise, Ellis, and Oliver all jockeying for that one. The Thunder will get it, and Ellis will throw in. Up ahead to Oliver. It's deflecting off Brower, and then Oliver tries to send something up ahead. Looks like we're going to say that that one was deflected off Brower, so it will be a corner kick. Tough to see that from up here, but the Thunder get another chance. This is advantageous for Jensen Ellis as she's left-footed. This one could curl in towards the net. We see Baki coming over, maybe wanting to play this one short. It looks like that's what they will do. Baki going to Ellis now, and there's Ellis shooting. That one just over the top of the crossbar. But we see Jensen Ellis already trying to get active here in half number 2. Goal kick comes down to the Thunder. Baki against Osterhage. Out to Rudin in that far corner. Rudin taps it back to Baki. Now Baki crosses it inside, trying to find Oliver, but it's up over her head. And Banfield will handle it. Banfield punting it away. Trying to go up to Landy. Wolf is right there, but she misses the touch, which makes Tomic come up and send that one over to the other side of the field. Tomic taps it up now to Baki on the far side. Baki pass over to Max. Max tracks it down before it reaches the line and now tries to work against Casper. She gets past Casper, and now Brower there to cut it away and send it off the touchline. Once again, the Thunder with another throw in a good position. Max trying to go into Baki. Baki gets the touch. Osterhage is there providing the defense. Whirls around and tries to play that one off. And that one is in after bouncing bar down. We're going to see on a replay here, and I don't think anyone expected that one to hit net as it curled in from the outside, bounced up onto the crossbar, and then down and in.
I really have no idea what happened on that play there. It did not look like that had any chance of going in, but you see Baki just turning around and taking this shot, and it deflects off of the head of a Gorlock defender, then just off the crossbar down and into the net. So just an unfortunate deflection there for Webster.
Yeah. We did not see that deflection that made that possible, but the Thunder back on the board again, and now it's 2-0 as Gorlocks have the unfortunate play there. Now Rudin goes back to Tomic in the center. Nishiyama up to Lindquist. Over to Ellis. Ellis in the middle to Wolf. Wolf with some room in front of her at the top of the box will go back to Ellis. Now Ellis moving forward, fires off a shot. That's deflected again, and Banfield will hold on to that one off of one bounce. So the Thunder not trying to take off the offensive pressure here.
Another hard one to deal with for Banfield. That's the third deflection we've seen. Obviously, we saw one in the first half that she was able to make a diving save on, and then his most recent goal. But a lot of deflections making it hard for Banfield to make these saves.
Oliver and Young racing to the sideline, and Young had touched that ball last. You see now Hannah Max checking into the game.
And for Wheaton, number 11, Hannah Max.
She replaces Jensen Ellis, so the Thunder will now take Jensen Ellis off the field. They're biggest offensive participant so far. Throw in goes up ahead. It bounces a couple times but comes all the way back to Tomic. Now Nishiyama over to Thorne and just outside of Max's reach. That one goes off the sideline. Paradise throws it in with 33 minutes to go. So the Thunder scoring on the goal from Sarah Baki just at about the 34-minute mark to give them the 2-0 lead. Now at the bottom here, Nishiyama comes out of that one with the ball, trying to send this one into the corner, and there's the offside flag. Goes up on Molly Thorne. Brower will start this off for Webster, and now Webster in a 2-goal deficit as they are going to need to really get this offense going if they want to stay in this game. Outside to Baki once more. She's got plenty of space inside the box. Fires off a shot. That one's low, and that rolls off to the left side of the goal. 32 minutes left to go. 13 minutes gone in the half. Sent away, and Baki is right there to bring it down for the Thunder. And I think that's one thing, John Mark, that we've seen a lot of, and it makes it tough for the Gorloks to start anything because the Thunder are winning all of these 50-50 balls in the middle.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. And we've heard down on the sideline one of the Webster coaches yelling for their team to dominate through the middle, which we have seen a few transition plays from Landy and Casper through the middle, but yeah, they definitely have not been able to, win many of these balls, and that has turned into a lot of offense for the Thunder.
Over now to Bill Yu. Up. Paradise getting a touch on that ball off of her head over Nishiyama. Max into the center to Lindquist. Lindquist has it taken away from her by Gromit, but now it's back into the center circle to Bailey Wolf. Wolf over to Baki. Baki strings this one up ahead to Oliver. Oliver back to Wolf. Now Rudin has it with Bill Yu in front of her. Puts this one up ahead to Baki. Baki works towards the corner, crosses this one in. It's over the head of Thorne, but she might have a chance to chase it down. They're going to reach the corner, and it will roll out a play. A nice job by Pranchke to shield Thorne away from that ball. It'll be a throw-in for Webster. Paradise will come over to throw it in. Rudin deflecting that one out of play off of her shoulder. Another throw-in as Webster looks to march up this sideline. Paradise will throw it in again, trying to get this one up to Page. Nishiyama and Rudin both there to push Page out of the play. Max, a good turn to win the ball. Now up to Thorne. Thorne there with Pranchke. Up now to Oliver. Young gets the head on it, but it comes down right to Sarah Max. Oliver recovers it off of a deflection and goes back to Tomic. Tomic has Casper on her left hip as she pushes forward. Off a tip from Max, it's over to Oliver, but Young steps in the passing lane and takes that one away. Landy working against Rudin. Rudin dispossessed. Landy as now Oliver moves forward up against Pranchke. Oliver pushes the ball to the outside, working towards that end line, and then she's taken down. That ball rolls off the end line. We'll see what the referee rules here. Looks like it will be a corner kick for the Thunder.
A 7th corner kick of the game coming in for the Thunder here. You see when Isabel Oliver is not defended by Young, she's able to, make stuff happen and generate a corner kick now for the Thunder.
Sarah Giancarella will check back in. We saw her during the first half as well. Giancarella will take the corner. This one comes in low and cut away immediate by Landy, but it's right back out to Giancarella, who controls it before it goes off the sideline. This cross into Max, now at the top of the box to Rudin. Rudin goes back to Tomic. Tomic fires off a shot, and that one just over the top of the net.
After an initial bad roll in from Jen Corella. They're able to get a few passes out to the top of the box for a shot that just arcs over the top of the goal.
Banfield, who has been busy all day today, sends this one away once again for a goal kick, but it goes out to the Thunder. Over to Wolf. Wolf working towards the end line. Sends it across in. Jen Corella trying to step up. Now Thorne there on the volley. Thorne able to get a foot on it, but putting that one well up and over the net. No chance there.
Yeah, it would have been an incredible goal if she was able to pick that one out of the air and put it top corner, but just sends it over the top. A really difficult play to try to convert there.
And once again, the Thunder win on the goal kick. Webster just not able to get the ball past midfield in these last couple of minutes. They can't seem to get the Thunder out of their attack mode. Now Wolf goes back to Tomic. Tomic over to Rudin. Rudin with room in front of her to pass to Thorne. Pranschke cuts that one away. Now it's Page going up against Wolf. Page has some space and will work past the center line, trying to go up to Casper. Now we see a little penetration by the Webster offense. Casper working to cross this one in. Sarah Tomic, a good job to chest that ball down and then clear it away. The Thunder will throw in, and John Mark, that really is the first time in probably the last 3 or 4 minutes that Webster had even gone onto their half of the field.
Yeah, and you're really able to see the potential that those 3 top players do have, as that was Page, Landy, and Casper running down the field on that play. So, but I think that this 2-goal lead for the Thunder is really huge, because it limits the possibility that one of those rushes, like if one of those rushes turns into a goal, suddenly it's not quite as impactful as it might have been had this only been a 1-goal lead. So this makes Webster have to put together 2 of those rushes, one that something that they haven't been able to do yet this game. So I think that's a huge boon for the Thunder.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. John Mark is now it takes 2 to equalize. Always good to have an insurance goal if you're in the lead. Rudin over to Nishiyama. Nishiyama will let Jen Corella take it, but she'll tap it back to her, as now it's up past Lindquist to Page. Max comes over and goes up to Jen Corella, who's taking control and now works towards the end line. Crosses this one in. It's off the foot of Brower, and Brower clears it away up to Landy. Landy into the middle to Casper. Casper takes it and goes back, but Lindquist will be right there to dispossess the Gorlocks. Oliver over to Lindquist at the top of the box. Lindquist works inside, tries to chip it ahead. She's tripped up and taken down, and now Max has it. Max passing outside Oliver. Once again, Oliver now working, and she'll slot one in. Isabel Oliver, after working hard all day, puts that one in on the one-on-one, and there Oliver now finally on the board for the Thunder.
Yeah, Oliver finally able to get free of Young, who's given her so much trouble throughout the day, and you can see what she's capable of as soon as she gets the ball in a position where she can make something happen. As you see Young in the middle of the field trying to rush over and get to Oliver in time, but just can't quite get there, and Oliver just quick touch into the far right-hand corner of the net. A great finish.
Yeah, and that just shows the composure of Oliver, the junior there, working so hard all throughout the day, and then when she gets her chance on the one-on-one against Banfield, she slots it in and gives the Thunder now a 3-goal lead.
Carly Fatum.
See Fatum checked back in for the Thunder.
The Wheaton
She
goal
replaces
for 8th of the
Thorne.
season by number 15, Isabel Oliver, assisted by Hannah Max. Oliver from Max.
Page up to Landy. Landy stopped by Nishiyama. And now this ball will be booted all the way up to Ketchum, who gets her first touch in a while. But it's right back to Max. Fatum in the center, trying to pass ahead to Oliver. Young is right there. Young takes it away and works back to the outside where she passes ahead. Max stops the pass and goes over to her sister, Hannah Max. Max, the one who just assisted on that goal, now tripped up. And no whistle as Lindquist goes back to Fatum, although Brower comes up to make a nice play. That's the second time Max has been knocked down there at the top of the box just in recent plays. No whistle from the referee, as Max goes over to Jen Corella, and a diving stop made by Banfield there, right in front of the on-rushing Isabel Oliver.
Yeah, it was extremely close to being able to find Oliver on the end of this pass, and nice anticipation by Banfield there to step out and grab that ball before it can get to the foot of Oliver.
Wolf now working against Bill Yu. We'll go back to Tomic. We've got 20 minutes gone just about in this second half as we're working into now the 68th minute of play. Good overlap there by Max. Over at the top of the box to Fatum. Fatum fires off a shot, but it's deflected off of Brower. Now Oliver takes control again, cutting through two defenders. She's tripped up. And out to Tomic. Tomic over to Nishiyama. Passes up ahead, and that pass just has too much on it. It gets past Oliver and rolls off the end line.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no calls on any of these plays. A lot of tripping that we're seeing on Max and on Oliver, obviously, on that play right there. So, but no calls, and they're just letting him play on.
I think the Gorlocks are doing a pretty good job of hitting ball first, and that's helping them out in those situations. Now Paradise over to Landy. Paradise gets it up ahead. A good pass that slots between two Thunder defenders, but over on the receiving end, Nishiyama steps in front of it and gives it back to the Thunder. Max trying to pass outside to Jen Corella, but Bill Yu is right there. Now Gromit working across midfield, going over to Osterhage. And we are seeing more and more fans pack into Joe Bean Stadium now, as we've had a loyal fan base throughout the first half braving the cold here, but now we see maybe some of the other teams filing in and some Wheaton College students that have gotten out of class and have come to watch the end of this game. Now we're going to see two substitutions for the Thunder. Goalkeeper Ketchum will be subbed out, and Madison Lee, the junior, will come in goal. Lindquist comes out as well.
Now in goal for Wheaton, number 1, Madison Lee.
Number 24, Elizabeth
Also into
Ashley.
the Thunder, number 24, Elizabeth Ashley.
Ashley will come in and
In for Webster, number 7, Carly McCormick.
play on that back line. She's a defender. Now Paradise gets this one up past Tomic, and Lee called into action quickly. Shortly after coming into this game, will roll it out to Tomic. Right in front of her, 21 minutes to go in the half. Rudin down to Nishiyama. And Nishiyama tries to go up to Oliver. Oliver takes one touch and now works past Pranchke. And then Oliver is hit hard on that sideline as we're gonna see that she's a little slow to get up here. But now that the Thunder have this 3-goal lead, we see them subbing in a couple more people.
Number 3, Carney Blake.
Carney Blake will now come and check in. We saw, again, Elizabeth Ashley just check in. Carly Faden was just a couple minutes ago. Madison Lee comes in to replace Lauren Ketchum. As we see the training staff will go over to 10 to Oliver. But John Mark, just like you said, after the Thunder got that second goal, that makes things tough for Webster. Getting a third one certainly doesn't help, as now after Webster hasn't really been able to put any consistent offense on, they're now called in to try to make something happen here with 20 minutes left.
Yeah, 3-0, and the Thunder obviously putting in a different goalkeeper, Madison Lee, coming into the game now. Seems to signal that the Thunder are pretty confident and comfortable with the lead that they have. As we've seen, the Webster has been able to generate a few opportunities from those top 3 players, but nothing that has really been too dangerous in this half, especially. They've had a few rushes here and there, but I think it'll be a struggle for them to try to put enough rushes through to try to tie this game up with just 20 minutes to play.
Oliver is now working her way to her feet, and she'll be
Webster,
taken
number
off
9, Julian Felix.
the field. Madison Lee, as you mentioned, the goalkeeper, she's played in 8 games this year. She's a junior, 258 minutes in goal. She has not allowed a goal this year. She's had 7 saves. She's dealt with 5 shots. Now it'll be, as we look to the other side of the field. I lost sound.
No.
Glenn, we lost sound here.
In for Wheaton, number 18, Sophia Lindquist.
That one's over to Rudin now, and it's deflected. Now Fatum fires off a shot that parried away by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, another great opportunity for the Thunder here. The shot deflects off of Young and then bounces up top for another great save from Banfield, able to extend that hand and get it up over top of the goal.
Yeah, Fatum struck that one well, and now on the other side, we see another corner for the Thunder. This one's sent up. Back now to Fatum. Fatum over to Nishiyama. Nishiyama outside. Banfield once again diving to make the stop.
Wheaton corner kick.
Another diving stop will result in another corner kick. As the Thunder continue to rack up corner kicks in this game.
And that's just a measure of the amount of offense they've had as opposed to Webster. They've had multiple opportunities, and this now being, I believe, their 8th corner kick. Sent up now. This one's well up and over the crossbar. It's their 8th or 9th, and while they haven't made anything happen in terms of goal scoring off of any of their corner kicks,
In for Western, number 8, Carrie Vogel.
it is just indicative of just how much in command they've been on the offensive end of this game. Banfield goes over there. Fatum gets the first touch. Brower comes over to cut it away. And now up off the head of Page. Max working against Casper. Rudin lets that one through to Nishiyama. And now Nishiyama goes up to Max. Max with some room in front of her, trying to go against Pransky. Pushes it out to Jen Carella. Jen Carella racing to get there before the ball goes over the sideline. She can't quite make that happen. Now we see Paradise ready to throw it in. Goes to Nishiyama. Nishiyama over to Max. Max will let this one roll all the way out to the sideline, giving her a better angle to get the ball up to Fatum. Fatum goes back to Max, who has it on the center line. Up to Rudin. Rudin looking for somewhere to go with it. Tries to send this one up towards the box, although Max and Jen Carella are not there to receive it. Banfield punts it away. Off the shoulder of Paradise. Pushed ahead by Osterhage. Page now working, and Elizabeth Ashley providing some defense there for the Thunder. Paradise against Jen Carella. Jen Carella dispossesses and now goes back to Ashley. Deflects off of Page, and Blake is there. McCormick pushes it back up to Page. Page works towards the end line, jockeying there, and that one will go off the end line. The referee says there was a deflection, so it'll be a goal kick, or excuse me, a corner kick for the Gorlocks. Looks like both Page and Casper will stand over it. Looks like they might want to play it short, and they do. Goes to Page first, but she goes back to Casper at the corner of the box, fires a shot off that Homich is able to put away. And then Page on the follow-up, not able to put that one on frame.
Yeah, I believe the first corner kick of the game for the Gorlocks here. Shot is sent in, and then just a nice defensive play by Tomic to get that out of the way. And then
Hernandez.
Shot goes wide left.
Number 9, Sarah Hernandez, will replace Tomic. Tomic, of course, central to that back line all day long. That has continued the shutout up until now with 16 minutes left in the game. Now tapped back to Brower. Gets it to Ashley. Ashley up ahead to Max. Max over to Blake, and now Nishiyama has it against Felix, working there. She goes back to Ashley, who sends this one up all the way to the box, and Brower will just let that one roll to Banfield. Banfield's punt will come down right around midfield, in between Max and Rudin. Outside to Hernandez, who has just checked in. Hernandez, the freshman, works up the sideline against Osterhage. Tries to get that one up to Fadum. Fadum goes down there, and that allows Carrie Vodel to play this one up towards midfield. Page now trying to get this one up to Casper. Casper working against Hernandez. Casper trying to beat her to the edge. Fires across in, but headed up by Nishiyama. And then Hernandez. Good job by the Thunder defense to keep those ones away from the net. We're down with just 15 minutes to go in this half. We've entered the 76th minute of play, and now Page tries to fire off another one. Felix at the top of the box, but is brought down. Gromit. Outside now, Casper. Casper trying to cross in, and she's tackled there. Another corner kick. This time, we'll see if Page heads over or if Casper will try to send this one long. It looks like she will, as no one's coming over to help
corner
out.
Kick.
Casper plays this one in. It's short. It's volleyed by Paradise, wide right of the net. Now, Madison Lee will take a goal kick. We'll see what Lee can do with her first goal kick of the night. She sends this one up. It goes right to Paradise, and Blake is able to push the deflection across midfield. Lindquist is there. Lindquist now into Max in the center. A good pass gets past Gromit, but Brower is right there. Brower steps up and looks to send it up ahead. Ashley deflects off of Page off the sideline. See another substitution for the Thunder. Checking out Sophia Lindquist is number 23, Carly Sealand. Nishiyama throws in from midfield.
And for week number 23, Carly Sealand.
Paradise keeps that one off the touchline. Ashley working on defense there. Page now trying to get past Blake. She does. Tries to pass it up ahead to McCormick, but McCormick can't get there before Ashley. Ashley goes up to Gencarella. Now in the middle to Blake. Page, though, steps in front and taps it over to Gromit. Gromit now working outside. Hernandez able to head that one away from Osterhage. Rudin on the counterattack. Tries to go up now to Sealand, but it's deflected and cleared away. Now Max for the Thunder goes over to Rudin. Rudin dribbling forward. Casper on her hip jostles her a little bit off of her feet. Ball's deflected and headed back by Pranchke. Now Hernandez wants to go to Sealand again. Sealand coming over. Ball deflects off of her, and Brower now working to try to get past Sealand, but Fadum is there, passing back to Sealand. There's Fadum working up towards the top of the box. Fadum will opt to pull it out and slow it down as now it's over to Blake. Good turn there by Max. Max to the top of the box, fires off a shot, and that one is wide right. She didn't get turned around quite enough to direct that one towards the net.
Yeah, just a great series of plays to set this play up. We had the give and go a little earlier, then the nice receive and then turn to then convert that into a shot that just goes wide right.
Blake up to Sealand. Blake has it again. Blake will go back to Nishiyama. 11 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. Rudin comes over and goes to Hernandez, passing to the outside. Hernandez brings it up, dribbling forward past Casper and Osterhage, and then she'll fire off a shot that rolls along the ground. Banfield just takes it with her feet and will finally pick it up and punt it away. This one's up past midfield. It's over the head of Ashley, but she'll tap it over to Sarah Max. Rudin goes back to Ashley, who looks to push ahead to Hannah Max, as now Blake gets a deflection, goes up towards Sealand. Sealand trying to get around Pranchke. Pranchke taps it over to Brower, and Brower in the corner goes up down to McCormick. Gencarella there. Now Max inside the box. Max fires off a cross that rolls and is cut away. It's still inside the box as Gencarella keeps it in the air using her head. Fatum comes over to try to get a leg on it, is not able to. It comes out to Nishiyama. Over to Rudin. And now Hernandez working towards the box. She's inside and will now shoot that and be wide right.
And Gencarella almost able to find the end of this one, perhaps, as you see Hernandez here taking what I'm assuming was a shot attempt, but if Gencarella was able to get a touch on that one, that could have been a 4th tally for the Thunder.
The Thunder still hold the 3-0 lead. Now Gencarella pushes it back out to Max. Max over to Fatum. Fatum now outside to Nishiyama. Nishiyama in the corner. Felix comes up and takes that one away. Brower clears it out, but only as far as Blake. Now Ashley works on the sideline. She's well into the final third. Over to Max. Hannah Max passes inside to Sealand. Sealand wanted to go back out to Ashley. A little miscommunication. Now Ashley is forced to chase it down on the end line. She'll cross it in. Fatum making a run there, and she will bowl over the defender, Carrie Vodel. That'll be a foul that gives the ball back to Webster.
Yeah, just kind of charging into her defender there. Good call, makes sense. We'll have a free kick here now from the box area for the Gorlocks.
But once again, the Gorlocks not able to get the ball past the Thunder, as the Thunder will stay on offense. Up to Sealand from Blake. Now into the middle. Vodel will try to clear it away, but it gets up to Rudin. Hernandez working against Casper. Casper looked like she had it for a minute, but Hernandez was able to regain control. There's under 10 minutes left now with about 8.5 to go in the game. Sealand gets a touch and goes up to Blake. Blake over to Max, cut away by Pranchke. Hernandez working against Casper. Casper sends that one off the touchline. We've got another substitute coming in for the Thunder. It'll be number 30, McKenna Gully, the freshman. Looks like she'll come in and replace Carney Blake. Throw-in comes to Sealand. Sealand working there against Pranchke.
In for Wheaton, number 30, McKenna Gully.
Bouncing out towards midfield, where Sarah Max will push it back up to Rudin. Rudin back to Ashley. And Ashley over now to Gully. Gully has the ball taken away by Felix. And Felix then loses it to Nishiyama. Max working forward with space in front of her. Fatum open on her left. That's where she tries to go. It gets past Brower, but Brower will be able to recover and get it out to Casper. Last touch by Casper before it rolls over the sideline. Hernandez trying to throw it in. Up to Fatum. Fatum wants to send a cross in before it reaches the end line. She does, somehow keeping it in play, but no one's there to follow it up on the other end, so Banfield just hangs on to it. Nishiyama over to Gencarella. Gencarella working against McCormick. There's Rudin. Rudin has time. Goes to Sealand. Sealand over to Max. Now Max gets past Pranchke. Up ahead to Sealand at the top of the box. Good pass from Max. Now Sealand has a chance, but that's sent over. And there's a good save off the shot by Gencarella by Banfield. That one, I'm not sure if that would have been on the net or more on the post, but after that one's cut away, here's the shot.
Yeah, the ball cleared right out of the box and straight to Gencarella, and that, I don't even know if Banfield got a hand on that or if that went off the post or not. It was kind of hard to tell.
That could have been completely post, you're right. Maybe just ticked off the fingers of Banfield.
In for Webster, number 21, Reagan Young.
Young checks back in for Webster. Gromit trying to push this one ahead. Page now chasing, but Max changes directions and works towards midfield. Up to Fatum. Fatum goes back to Nishiyama, who will tap it all the way back to Ashley. Ashley now sends this one all the way up ahead. Young deals with it and heads it back in towards the center of the field. After a header by Jen Carella, Rudin has it. Tapped over now to Ashley. Ashley sends it up once more to Max. Max over to Nishiyama. Now Fatum trying to make the turn there against Vodal. But Gromit comes up with the ball outside to Brower. And Brower works up that sideline, trying to send the ball ahead to Casper, but Max steps in the passing lane there and takes it away. Sealand over to Rudin, coming into the center circle. Max receives that ball. Now she's working past Vodal, up ahead to Jen Carella. Jen Carella takes it well off the line is Banfield, and Banfield coming over, making a save with the body, and that's great anticipation by Taryn Banfield.
That's a great play. Banfield has played, overall, I think, a really good game despite this 3-goal lead, and that's just a great, super aggressive play to come out and challenge that ball, and obviously it works out, so even better for it.
We're down below 5 minutes to go. With 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, there was a foul in the middle of the field, so Brower will send it over to the far side on the free kick. Now up to Casper. Casper, a couple yards outside the box. Tries to cross it in, and then Madison Lee comes out and gets a touch, and then following it up is Felix, not able to put that one on net while Madison Lee was on the ground after the dive.
Yeah, that was dangerous, as Gorlak's almost able to bury one here and get on the board, as just not able to, yeah, as you said, corral that ball, and just goes off her fingertips for a shot from Felix that she's obviously very unhappy about that she sent it wide, but we will remain at a 3-0 Thunder lead.
Lee sends it away on the goal kick. Fatum gets the first touch. Over now to Ashley. Ashley back to Hernandez. Hernandez over to Jen Carella. Deflecting off of McCormick, and now Hernandez will just touch that one off the sideline. McCormick throwing it in with 3.5 to go. Page working against Ashley, trying to make the turn there, but Ashley not giving up any ground. As now Page faces back up and taps it over to Felix. Felix crosses this one inside the box. Gully is there. Now Casper, a little bit of space, and her shot will go wide right as well.
I wonder if she could have shot that immediately instead of trying to turn it to her other foot. Not sure that was a possibility, but either way, that shot will go wide.
Lee. Her goal kick will go outside. Fatum bringing it down to the feet of Rudin. And now going back over to Brower. Brower passing up ahead to Page. It gets past Max, but Ashley is there to clear it away. It's going to go all the way to Banfield after Young shields Sealand. Banfield punts towards midfield off the head of Nishiyama. Back down to McCormick. Jen Carella is there. Paradise comes on. Hernandez works and is just stopped by 3 defenders as Young keeps that one in play after the deflection. Sealand now working down against Brower, and Brower will just let it go off the end line for another goal kick. 2 minutes left in the half. And it seems that almost all of the energy in this game has been drained away following that third goal. As now both teams seemingly just waiting for these last 2 minutes to expire. Max in the middle, pushing it forwards. Outside to Gully. Gully has it taken away by Brower, but is able to get there to the deflection before Brower does. See if it goes off the end line, and it does. It'll be a goal kick as Gully touched it last. Banfield will set it down for another goal kick, and she'll make contact with it. Just a little over 1 minute to go. Rudin Works it past Osterhage. Sealand is there
1 minute.
with Young
1 minute remaining in regulation.
in front of her. Sealand, a good move to get past Young. Now just Brower in front of her. Gets past her as well. Works inside, but Banfield, another aggressive play, comes out. Touch was just a little too big from Sealand. She couldn't get another foot on it before Banfield came out. Now into Ashley in the center circle. Up to Max. Max turning and trying to get past Gromit. Can't do so. Gromit dispossesses. It's now up to Max with 30 seconds to go. Rudin outside to Fadum. Fadum over to Rudin, who chips this one ahead to Gully. Gully will try to chase it before it reaches the touchline. She gets there and has Casper in front of her with 10 seconds to go.
10.
Gully
9.
sends
8,
this ball off the
7,
end line, and time will
6,
expire before
5,
Banfield
4,
can set
3,
this one down once
2,
more, and so the Wheaton
1,
College Thunder
0.
will advance to round 2
Your final score
of the NCAA
Division 3 women's soccer
tournament here of the
first round
Division
match. Wheaton
3
3
soccer
Webster
tournament.
0.
They win 3-0, like we said, move on to round number 2, which will be played tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We are now waiting for the next game to get going. That'll be the Case Western Reserve Spartans facing it off against the College of Worcester Fighting Scots in game number 2 here of round 1. But John Mark, after going into the second half with a 1-0 lead, the Thunder were able to score on what we may say is a unconventional goal from Sarah Bakke on the second goal of the night.
Wheaton, who is
And then the third goal kind of putting things over the edge for the Thunder. And Webster kind of losing all intensity there and not able to put any more good chances on to score.
Yeah, I think the deflection for the second goal was just a huge energy drain from the from Webster, just because of it's a goal that you can't really do much about off the deflection.
To the field for
putting
our
it 2 goals
ceremony.
out of range, really put it out of range for
Presenting
the
the
Thunder,
awards
I
is
think,
Glenn
because
Piddick, the NCAA site
the
representative
Webster is
this
really just going to
weekend
need one
here at
opportunity to bury to tie the game up, and that second goal was just really crushing. We did see some sparks from them, definitely some good opportunities in both halves. On the transition especially, but overall I think the Thunder just did a great job of defending those rushes and defending those top 3 players from Webster.
So overall, the Thunder moved to 17-1-2 on the year. Webster finishes the season at 15-5-1 after the Thunder get the 3-0 lead here in Joe Bean Stadium. So the hosts will move on to round 2 of this 2019 Division III women's soccer tournament, where they will face off against the winner of this next game, which will just be starting here around 1 o'clock. That's the Case Western Reserve Spartans against the College of Worcester Fighting Scots. We want to thank you for joining us on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. We'll be broadcasting this next game live as well. As you see on the field now,
Melissa Casper.
the Gorlocks are being given awards, which we will allow you to see that here, but we will say goodbye here, at least until Game 2 begins. So for John Mark Mills and everyone at the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network, I'm Abram Erickson. Thanks for joining us.
Number 8, Carrie Vodel. Number 9, Julin Felix. Number 11, Lexi Grampington. Number 12, Jordan Ballou. Number 13, Riley Gromit. Number 16, Susie Brodrovich. Number 18, Cassidy Bishop.
Are we doing that one again as well?
Number 19, Devin Pranchke.
I don't know who is.
Number 20, Savannah Page.
I'm assuming Rusty will send out an email.
Number 21, Reagan Young.
I'm doing
Number 22, Haley Bushy. Number 23, Jordan Landy.
basketball game tomorrow, which is like.
Number 24, Kaylee Finney.
But I'm sure Rusty will send it.
Number 25, Kate Siski. Number 26, Susan Georges. Number 27, Jenna Stobel. And number 28, Abby Mercer. The head coach for Webster is Luigi Shire. He's assisted by Mike Hutchison, Lori Kahazen, and Dwayne Kloppel. Again, congratulations to Webster on an outstanding season and participating in the NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Tournament.